Hello, buddies, and welcome back to this masterclass for the beginner Python programming lab. It's your guy once again, the Wolf, and today, guys, we're going to learn about arrays. So we start off by doing a small task group by opening this app over here, which is called PyCharm. So let's open PyCharm. PyCharm. Wow, this water. So what's water? Let's want to explain a little. Unajua maji ni nini? So water is made of hydrogen and oxygen, right? So and our body is made up of 75% of what? 75% of hydrogen, oxygen, and the rest is carbon. Carbon, carbon is everywhere. Look at this. This is just carbon. Me, carbon, and this also talking is carbon. So guys, let me tell you the truth. What you know show why you should actually learn computer programming. Computer programming is not that because you just want to go and work for somebody's ufanyie mse job kulipe. Of course, that's the best thing about monetizing the skills that you have learned, right? So, but also there is something called uh, systems. So systems are there. Systems are placed into action, into simulation, you see. So you might think that it's good to do that, but it's also good to do that because I don't want to say that. So the reason why you should study computer programming, you will probably get yourself out of this matrix. Simple as that. Let me tell you why. You see the space, unaona hii space. You might think that there is no anything, right? But this space, if you put a microscope, imagine unaweza onda kwenda ndani into a quantum level where now the reality, this reality that we are living in, comes from that other level. So when we talk about quantum computers, we will be able to calculate things in a quantum level. We will know things before they happen. Simple as that. So that's why you should study computer because it's the future of simulation. In fact, even space tonight is a simulated space, you see, because if you look at it, if you are a working person, you will find out that this is actually made of like 21 element, but they might be more than that because that's what they've already found. But all these things are putting into reaction, the chemistry, the mathematics is just putting them into place. I think that's why maths is the universal language, and the physics actually brings into I've seen so many parts of it. And physics has placed it into this physical place, and the maths actually govern it. The chemistry, of course, the reaction of this. In fact, you see the green color behind us. Imagine you're seeing it. Imagine there's no green color there. Let me explain this. The sun just hit this carbon back here, and this carbon, the reflected rays inatoka na frequency fulani which is constant. That's why you can see it's green, but our mind is just configured to see that as green, but there's no green color. That's it. No, don't be surprised. It's the reality. But so computer programming is a good thing. You know, you start out, you can simulate the reality, especially if you can do even 3D animation. You can simulate things and see how it works. You see, for example, the language we speak is just a system. You know, so sometimes people behave the language they speak, but it's just a way of communication, just the way we send signals. You know, for example, there was an example that was done. This example experiment was to remove to conduct things in a vacuum, try to send some signal, and then in a vacuum, nothing happened because they found out that this space is full of junk, like we're in a swimming pool, just like a fish in the water. So they found that, wow, pure simulation, and I love it. We are out here, we are breathing this good as probably this is the war of learning. That's why you should join the war of learning. See you there.